In other news, many sectors are reeling from the fallout of the COVID-19 pandemic as they struggle to get back on their feet. The fashion industry has been one of the hardest hit. From fashion weeks getting cancelled to shows being shut for months, the industry is now looking at ways to adapt to the current scenario. And as the negative effects of the pandemic gradually eases up, new opportunities are also opening up, with fashion brands pivoting to create COVID-19 inspired clothing, face masks and other necessities. Now, to help more people in the fashion industry, 360 Creative Hub is standing in the gap to lift fashion businesses and entrepreneurs. A major way the Lagos-based hub is working to aid the fashion industry is a special relief initiative to support designers with access to subsidized production facilities as well as business support while the effects of the pandemic persists. Tagged the Design Pro Challenge, the initiative will see 10 deserving designers winning the opportunity to use the hub for their production free of charge between August and September 2020. Now, joining us in the studio is Blessing Ebere Achu, the MD, CEO, 360 Creative Innovation Hub. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Well, you succeeded in establishing a brand which solves problems associated with startup fashion designers, such as funding and a working space with quality equipment. What and who inspires you as an entrepreneur?
So inspiration comes from different places, and I got inspiration from what happened during my stay in Germany. And when I got back, the issue of tailors always telling me that my clothes is not ready because there was no lights, the tailor disappointed them, and a whole lot of issues and complaints. So I had to do some information researching, and I found out that hubs in Nigeria don't cater for the creatives. They only do for the IT. And that's what made me to go into creating a hub for fashion designers in Nigeria.
Indeed. Now, Blessing, how is 360 Creative Hub staying afloat in the midst of the shortcomings like the COVID-19 pandemic and the shutdown of businesses?
Mm-hmm. So during the pandemic, we realized that people need our services more, because that is when scrubs in the hospital, people were looking for where to get these scrubs available in Nigeria, and hospitals, centers were coming up. Personnel need to start wearing protective garments. So immediately we jumped into the opportunity, and we started producing protective garments because of COVID-19. Because we already have communities in-house, we have designers, so we decided to tell them, oh, wow, can we do something together? We might not make so much money, but let's just do it and let it be our means of giving back to this community. We started with producing face scrub, and we pivoted to making masks in large quantity, and we're giving it. So we started giving it out before people start saying, oh, can you make for us? Can you brand it? And all that. So we started producing for brands, and that's how we kept afloat. The margin wasn't, we weren't making profit, but we just needed to be afloat at least to run the business. We got opportunity to get permits to run the hub during the pandemic because we are providing essential services. So that's how we survived.
Now, Ebere, your Design Pro Challenge, tell us what it is about and how designers can benefit from it.
So it's pretty simple. We understood that. So one of the challenges we understood was that designers are finding it difficult to either pay their existing rent because nobody is making clothes, or they don't have businesses. So we are trying to make them say, come in and finish up what we are doing before the COVID-19, because we must have spent the money. And now use this opportunity to learn and collaborate with other people, and now know how you can now pivot your business to meet existing realities. And it's just basically we are telling 10 young designers go online, tag us, promote your brand, and if you win by your likes and comments, we pick 10, and they come to the hub and they use the hub free of charge for the number of days stipulated in the campaign. But we need to, there is T&C in the campaign because it's not, we have to be careful the kind of people we give this opportunity. We are trying hard to at least to meet those people that really need this service, and they have others to meet, and they need the service to come. These are the people that we are looking at for.
And what are these terms and conditions you talked about?
So the terms and condition is that you must be a fashion designer, and you must have like a production that you want to do that we've not been able to do it because you've spent the money and you can't pay for your shop or wherever that you are working off from because COVID affected you. You spend the money that the client has given you. So these are the things we look out for because so many people can come and say, oh, they need this, and they might not need it, they might want to use it. So we need to be able to support those people that really need this, these services. And apart from them coming into the hub, we want to bridge a community where designers, you come and learn because our community is about collaboration, learning and networking. So you come in and see how people are doing it and people are scaling, and you can now learn from them and do that in your business.
All right, Blessing, let's talk about funding now. Your group facilitated a $5,000 growth grant for one of the designers in your hub. So tell us, how did that come about?
So we run a fashion acceleration program every year. And last year was one of the ones we run, and we partnered with Emory University in the US. Emory University is supposed to be our data and partner in terms of understanding, giving us information, intelligence on the kind of startup we support. And they provided us with analytics of the growth pattern, what happened after the acceleration, during and after. So, and they have this support system, grants they give to top deserving people that went through an acceleration. And our acceleration program was one of the people they considered. So one of our designer, by name J-Trax, got $5,000 grants. And we are looking at doing much more than that, but for now, that is just, we partnered with a university in the US to make this happen, using Global Accelerator Initiative.
Well, that's noble enough. So, Blessing, what is the biggest lesson you have learned from the COVID-19 pandemic so far that you feel every fashion designer and business owner must understand?
So one of the things that we've learned is that you plan for uncertainty. You have to plan because nobody, yes, we are battling COVID now. What will happen next year, you don't know. So we have to plan for uncertainty, and you'll be able to run a business that you can pivot easily. Something that you don't need to have a lot of bureaucracy to change strategy. Be willing to learn and be open to change. Another thing, every designer now, one of the things that we are doing that some people don't know about is that we are providing opportunity for young designers to have access to e-commerce platforms easily. So we have 25% for people that sign on to something for you to build your e-commerce platform. You need to be online. We are providing designers with opportunity for them to have good Instagram shop and Facebook. All these things that we are doing because we know that people browse on their system, on their phones and all that. You need to sell. You need to meet your customers where they are. And that's one of the things we are trying to make sure that our designers are doing right now. So for every designer and everybody that is not trying to leverage on technology and understanding what you can do with the fashion designing and technology right now, you are missing in a lot of opportunities to start looking at that and be able to run a lean startup. So you don't have to get a lot of overhead. Try as much as possible to cut down on your costs so that you can pivot and grow easily.
And Blessing, tell us about the solution the Hub provides for designers during this pandemic.
So we provided webinars. We did like training online, like training for designers to prepare them on some of the things that they need to know. And we provided access, we gave them opportunity. So our members have access to the Hub 24/7 to make whatever it is, the orders they got, they didn't pay. We provided a lot of, now for our members, we are providing them with e-commerce platform opportunities that they can onboard. And currently we are opening up a retail where they can physical and online retail where they can sell. So all these things that we are providing for our members, and people that want to join can easily join, come on board, and you can enjoy some of these services.
All right, Blessing Ebere Achu, founder 360 Creative Innovative Hub, would like to thank you for being a part of the program. It's good to have you.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.